The space station Karth. 9 floated silently near a dying blue star. Its metal halls were cold, bright, and full of alien voices. Warriors, traders, and machines moved fast, but no one stopped. Near the far wall of the docking bay, an alien woman sat alone. She was tall, with silver blue skin and sharp eyes. Her armor was scratched and burned, but the worst damage was below her waist. Her prosthetic leg, a powerful metal limb made with alien technology, was broken. Sparks jumped from it. The metal frame was bent. Every small movement sent pain through her body. She pressed her teeth together but made no sound. In her world, showing pain was weakness. Aliens walked past her. Some looked at her leg. Some looked away. No one helped. In the Ziran Empire, broken soldiers were finished. If your body failed, your worth ended. The alien woman knew this. She was a warrior once. She had fought for her empire. She had lost friends in battle. Now she was just broken metal and fading pride. Her internal display flashed red warnings. System failure. Mobility, 12%. Repair, not available. She closed her eyes. This was how it ended. Then she heard soft footsteps. Not heavy boots. Not metal claws. Small footsteps. She opened her eyes. In front of her stood a human girl. The child was small, maybe 7 or 8 years old. She wore a simple jacket that was too big for her. Her hair was dark and messy. Her eyes were wide, curious but not afraid. That surprised the alien woman. Humans were weak. That was what the galaxy believed. The girl looked at the broken leg. She crouched down slowly. The alien woman spoke in a cold voice. "Go away, human child." The girl did not move. She leaned closer, studying the metal leg. She touched a loose cable with one finger. Sparks jumped. The alien woman grabbed the girl's wrist fast. "Don't touch that," she snapped. The girl blinked but did not cry. Instead, she smiled. A small, confident smile. "It's okay," the girl said. "My dad can fix that." The alien woman stared at her. For a moment, she thought she heard wrong. "Fix this," the alien woman said slowly. She laughed. A short, bitter laugh. "This leg was built by Ziran engineers," she said. "It is beyond human hands." The girl tilted her head. "My dad fixes ships," she said. "Big ones. Old ones. Broken ones." Around them, other aliens had stopped to watch. They whispered among themselves. "Why is the human child here? She doesn't understand. Humans are foolish." The alien woman felt anger rise in her chest. She did not want pity. She did not want hope. Hope hurt more than pain. "Go back to your people," she said. "This is not your problem." The girl looked into the alien woman's eyes. Up close, the alien saw something strange. No fear, no hate, only belief. "But you're hurt," the girl said simply. The alien woman was silent. No one had said that to her before. Not like that. The girl stood up and held out her hand. "Come on," she said. "My dad is nearby." The alien woman shook her head. "I cannot walk," she said. The girl looked at the broken leg again. Then she nodded. "That's okay," she said. "We'll go slow." The alien woman wanted to refuse. She wanted to push the child away. But something inside her stopped her. Maybe it was the gentle voice. Maybe it was the way the girl did not see a broken warrior, only a hurt person. The alien woman placed her hand in the girl's small hand. It was warm. Human hands were warm. Together, very slowly, they moved toward a small human ship at the edge of the dock. Aliens watched in silence. A human child helping a fallen Ziran warrior. It felt wrong. And yet, no one stopped them. As they reached the ship, the girl looked back and smiled again. "I told you," she said. "My dad can fix that." The alien woman looked at the dark doorway of the human ship. Inside, tools clinked softly. A man's voice hummed to itself. For the first time since her leg broke, the alien woman felt something she had forgotten. Hope. And she did not know it yet. But this small human girl was about to change her life, and maybe the galaxy forever. The human ship did not look important. It was small, old. Its paint was faded, and one engine cover was held together with metal tape. The alien woman felt her chest grow heavy. Ziran warships were huge and perfect. This ship looked like it had survived by refusing to die. The human girl guided her inside. The door closed with a loud clang. Inside, the air smelled of oil and hot metal. Then a man appeared. He was not what the alien woman expected. He wore no uniform, no armor, no rank marks. Just a simple jacket, worn boots, and hands covered in grease. He looked ordinary. This was a human who would fix a Ziran combat limb? The girl smiled wide. "Dad," she said happily, "she's the one I told you about." The man looked at the alien woman, not at her weapon, not at her armor, at her face. "Sit down," he said calmly. "Don't rush it." The alien woman froze. No fear, no respect words, just a human voice, steady and sure. "I don't need help," she said coldly. "This technology is beyond you." The man did not argue. He kneeled in front of her broken prosthetic leg. Up close, the damage was severe. The metal frame was cracked. Blue energy lines sparked and faded. Alien symbols flashed warnings in a language humans should not know. The man let out a slow breath. "Well," he said, "someone did want this to be fixed." The alien woman's eyes narrowed. "This leg was built by our best engineers," she said. "It failed in battle. That is all." The man shook his head slightly. "Machines don't fail for no reason," he said. "They fail because something pushed them too far." Outside the ship, Ziran soldiers had gathered. Their scanners lit up. Human interference detected. One officer said sharply, "Step away from the limb." Weapons rose. The alien woman tensed. This was her fault. "Stop," she told the man. "They will punish you and take your child." The man stood up slowly. He stepped outside the ship alone. The dock went silent. "I'm fixing her leg," the man said. "Then she leaves." The Ziran commander laughed. You are not a scientist, not a soldier." The man wiped his hands on a cloth. "No," he agreed. "I'm a mechanic." The laughter grew louder. The commander pointed at the leg. "That limb belongs to the Ziran Empire." The man's voice hardened. "She does not." The words hit like a shockwave. The alien woman felt her breath stop. No one had ever said that about her. The commander raised a claw. "You have 10 minutes," he said. "Fail and we take everything." The man nodded once. Inside the ship, the girl watched him closely. "Dad," she whispered, "are they going to hurt you?" The man smiled gently. "Not today." He opened a small metal box. Inside were simple tools. Wrenches, wires, old scanners. Nothing advanced. The alien woman almost turned away. "This limb thinks," she said quietly. "It feels, it fights back." The man touched the metal softly. "Good," he said. "Then it can listen." He powered on his scanner. The ship lights flickered. Outside, alien alarm screamed. Energy shift detected. The man adjusted a wire. Slowly, the sparks changed color. The pain in the alien woman's leg eased. Her eyes widened. "Impossible." The girl gasped. "It's working." The man leaned closer to the limb. "Easy," he whispered. "I'm not here to break you." The prosthetic responded. Power stabilized. Alien soldiers froze. "What is he doing?" one whispered. The countdown timer dropped to 6 minutes. Deep inside the prosthetic, an old system began to wake. Dangerous. Hidden. The alien woman felt it and stiffened. "You don't know what you are touching," she warned. The man did not look up. "Then," he said calmly, "it's time someone did." The ship trembled, and for the first time in Ziran history, alien technology answered to human hands. The ship shook once, then went quiet. The alarms outside faded into a low warning hum. Inside the small human ship, the alien woman sat still, afraid to move. Her broken leg felt different, not healed, not whole, but alive. The human father leaned back slowly and wiped sweat from his forehead. "Okay," he said softly. "Now we talk." The alien woman looked down at her prosthetic leg. The metal was still cracked. The damage was still there. But the pain that had burned like fire was now only a dull echo. She swallowed. "You changed it," she said. The man nodded. "I didn't fix it yet," he said. "I just told it to stop fighting itself." She stared at him. Machines did not listen. Machines obeyed commands. That was what her empire taught. The human girl sat cross-legged on the floor, watching closely. "Dad talks to everything," she said proudly. "Even the toaster." The alien woman did not understand the joke, but she felt something else. Confusion. "Why are you doing this?" she asked. Her voice was low, careful. "In my empire, broken soldiers are removed. We are replaced." The man did not look surprised. He adjusted a small wire and checked his scanner again. "Yeah," he said. "I've seen places like that." He paused. Then he said something the alien woman did not expect. "Humans break too." She looked at him sharply. "You are soft," she said. "You live longer." The man smiled, but it was not a happy smile. "We break on the inside," he said. "Bodies heal. Minds don't always." The alien woman was silent. The man leaned back against a crate. "When I was young," he said, "I worked on a mining station." The ship lights dimmed slightly as power shifted. "There was an explosion," he continued. "Fire, smoke, screaming." The girl looked up. The man took a breath. Everyone ran. One engine was still burning. The alien woman watched his face. "I stayed," he said. "I didn't know why. I just stayed." He tapped his chest once. "Because if something is broken and you walk away, it stays broken." The alien woman felt a strange pressure behind her eyes. In her empire, staying meant weakness. Staying meant death. "Why not leave?" she asked. The man looked at her. "Because it was still trying to work," he said. "That engine was fighting to live." He looked back at the prosthetic leg. Same thing here. Outside the ship, alien officers argued loudly. "This is madness. The limb should be shut down." The Ziran commander's voice cut through. "Humans do not understand loss." The alien woman's hands curled into fists. She had lost more than they knew. The man stood up and walked to the open door. He looked at the soldiers. "Loss is exactly what we understand," he said calmly. Silence followed. He continued. "We lose ships. We lose homes. We lose people." His voice grew stronger. "But we don't throw them away." He turned back inside. The alien woman felt something break inside her. Not metal. Something deeper. "In my world," she said quietly, "when I lost this leg, I lost my future." The man knelt in front of her again. "Not here," he said. "Not with humans." The girl reached out and held the alien woman's hand. Her grip was small, but firm. "You're still you," the girl said. The alien woman closed her eyes. For the first time since the battlefield, she let her shoulders drop. The scanner beeped softly. The man's face tightened. "That's not good," he said. The alien woman looked down. Energy readings were rising fast. "This limb has a lock," she said. "A kill system." The man's eyes darkened. "They build a weapon into you," he said. "It activates if the Empire decides I am useless," she replied. Outside, the Ziran commander raised his claw. "Time is almost up," he shouted. "Shut it down." The man stood slowly. "No," he said. The girl looked up at him. "Dad." The man placed a hand on the prosthetic leg. "If they designed this to abandon you," he said, "then I'll redesign it to protect you." The alien woman's breath caught. "That system can explode," she warned. The man met her eyes. "So can humans," he said. "But we still try." The timer outside hit 3 minutes. The alien technology began to hum louder. Power surged. The ship lights flickered violently. The girl held her breath. The alien woman realized something terrifying. This human was not just fixing a leg. He was choosing her. And in the Ziran Empire, that choice was an act of war. The countdown timer flashed 2:59. Red light filled the docking bay. Ziran soldiers tightened their grip on their weapons. Heavy armor locked into place with sharp clicks. The alien woman felt the vibration through the floor. This was not a warning anymore. This was a decision. The Zirin commander stepped forward, his voice cold and loud. "Human mechanic," he said, "step away from the limb. This is your final order." Inside the ship, the human father did not move. His hand stayed on the prosthetic leg. He felt the metal shake under his palm. The system inside was fighting, not against damage, against control. The alien woman spoke fast. "They will activate the kill system," she said. "If it triggers, the leg will overload. I will die." The girl's face went pale. "Dad," she whispered. The man took a slow breath. "Okay," he said. "Then we don't let it trigger." Outside, the commander raised his claw. 2 minutes, he announced. A deep signal pulsed through the air. The prosthetic leg reacted. Energy surged hard. The alien woman screamed and grabbed the edge of the seat. Pain shot through her body. The man moved fast. He cut power, rerouted cables, and locked the main channel. "Talk to me," he said to the leg. "What are they holding?" The alien woman gasped. "There's a command key," she said. "It responds only to Zirin authority." The man's jaw tightened. "Authority is just a signal," he said, "and signals can be changed." Outside the ship, more aliens gathered. Not soldiers, workers, merchants, travelers. They watched in silence. A human standing between an empire and a broken warrior. The Zirin commander noticed. "This human defies us," he shouted. "He interferes with imperial property." A murmur spread through the crowd. The alien woman felt shame burn inside her. She had been called property her whole life. Inside the ship, the girl stood up. She walked to the door. "Stop calling her that," she said loudly. The dock froze. The commander looked down at her. "Go back, child," he growled. "She has a name," the girl said. "You just don't care." The man did not turn. His hands moved fast now. The timer hit 1:30. The prosthetic leg vibrated violently. The kill system began to arm itself. "This is it," the alien woman whispered. The man shook his head. "No," he said. "This is the part where humans get stubborn." He pulled a small device from his pocket. Old, cracked. The alien woman's eyes widened. "That cannot interface with Zirin tech." The man smiled slightly. "It doesn't have to," he said. "It just has to listen." He pressed the device against the metal. The leg screamed, then went silent. Outside, alarms changed tone. "What did you do?" a soldier shouted. The man spoke calmly. "I gave it a choice." The timer froze at 0:47. The dock went deadly quiet. The alien woman felt the pain stop completely. She looked down. The red warning lights were gone. The kill system was asleep. The Zirin commander roared. "This is treason." He raised his weapon. Before he could fire, something unexpected happened. Humans in the crowd stepped forward. Dock workers, freighters, refugees. They stood shoulder to shoulder. Weapons were still pointed at the ship. But now, the Empire had witnesses. The man finally turned and faced the commander. "You want a war over a broken leg?" he asked. "Because humans remember who starts those." The commander hesitated. The alien woman realized the truth. This human was not strong because of weapons. He was strong because others stood with him. The commander lowered his claws slowly. "This is not over," he said. He turned away. The timer shut down. The threat faded, but the danger remained. Inside the ship, the alien woman looked at the man. "You chose conflict," she said. He shrugged lightly. "No," he replied. "I chose a person." The girl smiled and hugged his leg. Outside, Zirin ships watched silently. The Empire had not fired, but it had noticed, and somewhere deep in Imperial space, a record was updated. Humans, unexpected. Do not underestimate. The dock stayed silent after the Zirin commander left. No alarms, no orders, only the low hum of machines and quiet breathing. Inside the small human ship, the alien woman stared at her prosthetic leg. It was still damaged, cracked metal, burned lines, but it was stable. The human father wiped his hands slowly and leaned back. That was close, he said. The alien woman did not answer. She placed her foot on the floor. Carefully, slowly. Nothing exploded. Nothing burned. The girl watched with wide eyes. Try standing, she said softly. The alien woman hesitated. In the Ziran Empire, hope was dangerous, but she placed her weight on the leg. The metal responded. Smooth, balanced. Her eyes widened. That should not be possible, she whispered. Outside the ship, alien scanners began to beep again, but this time not in warning, in confusion. Energy output was rising, not unstable, stronger. The human father frowned and checked his scanner. That's strange, he said. He knelt again and opened the leg's side panel. The alien woman stiffened. You disabled the kill system, she said. That should be enough. The man shook his head. No, he said. They designed this thing to fail. He pointed at the internal structure. See this, he said. They pushed all the stress into one channel. He looked up at her. That means it was meant to break again. The alien woman felt cold. In my empire, she said quietly, we are not meant to last. The man closed his eyes for a moment. Then he started working. He did not replace alien parts. He rearranged them. He spread the load, balanced the power, removed limits. The girl watched, holding her breath. Minutes passed. Then something changed. The leg hummed, not loud, not angry, strong. The ship lights stopped flickering. Outside, Ziran officers stared at their screens. Power levels exceeding original design, one whispered. The alien woman stood fully now. No pain, no weakness. She took a step, then another. Then she ran across the ship. The floor shook. The girl laughed. You're fast, she said. The alien woman stopped and looked down at her leg. This was not just repair. This was improvement. She turned slowly to the human father. You changed it, she said. He nodded. I removed the parts that said you were replaceable, he replied. Outside the ship, the Ziran commander returned. He stared at the readings in disbelief. This exceeds combat specifications, he said. The alien woman stepped out of the ship. She stood tall, strong. Ho! Alien stepped back. This is not possible, the commander said. The alien woman met his eyes. Then your engineers failed to imagine humans, she replied. Silence fell. The commander looked at the human. What did you do? He demanded. The man answered simply. I fixed it right. The commander turned away without another word. That was worse than anger. It was fear. The alien woman looked down at the human child. You saved my life, she said. The girl shook her head. My dad did, she said proudly. The alien woman kneeled. In Ziran culture, this meant life debt. I will remember this, she said. The man raised his hand. Just don't waste it, he said. As the alien woman walked away, stronger than before, the galaxy learned a dangerous truth. Humans do not just repair what is broken. They make it better. And somewhere far away, that truth began to spread. The docking bay felt different now. The air was heavy, quiet, and tense. Aliens whispered to each other. Human workers stood still, watching. In the center of the dock, the alien woman stood tall. Her repaired leg glowed softly, strong and steady. Each movement was smooth, better than before. The Ziran commander watched from a distance, his face dark. He did not speak. He did not need to. Everyone could feel it. Something had changed. The alien woman turned toward the human father. Slowly, deliberately, she lowered herself to one knee. The dock froze. Ziran soldiers gasped. Humans stared in shock. In Ziran culture, kneeling meant a life debt, a bond deeper than law, stronger than orders. The alien woman placed her fist to her chest. Human mechanic, she said, clearly, you repaired more than my leg. The man shifted uncomfortably. You don't have to do that, he said. She looked up at him. Yes, she replied. I do. She turned her voice louder so all could hear. My life is now bound to yours and to the child. A wave of whispers rushed through the dock. The The Zirin commander stepped forward sharply. "You dare declare a life debt to an outsider?" he demanded. The alien woman stood. "I dare," she said calmly, "and I will defend it." The commander hesitated. Breaking a life debt was taboo, even in the Empire. The human father spoke quietly. "She doesn't owe me anything," he said. The alien woman shook her head. "You gave me something my empire never did," she said. "A future." She looked down at her leg. "They built this to fail," she continued. "You rebuilt it to last." The girl stepped closer and smiled. "Does that mean you're our friend?" she asked. The alien woman paused. Then she nodded once. "Yes," she said, "and more." She straightened and activated her communicator. A holographic symbol of the Zirin Empire appeared. "High command frequencies." The dock went silent. "This is Warrior Class Zirin, Vesha," she announced. "I declare a life debt to a human family." Gasps echoed. The Zirin commander shouted, "You cannot." She cut him off. "Any being who threatens them," she said, "threatens me." The signal ended. Somewhere far across the galaxy, Zirin leaders stared at their screens in disbelief. A Zirin warrior had chosen humans. The human father looked down at the girl. "Looks like we made a powerful friend," he said softly. The girl smiled wide. "I told you," she said. "Dad fixes everything." The alien woman turned toward the commander one last time. "You taught me strength was obedience," she said. "Humans taught me strength is choice." She walked away. No one stopped her. As she left the dock, messages began to spread, not official ones. Whispers. Stories. Humans fixed alien tech. Humans protect the broken. Humans stand together. Across trade routes and stations, alien soldiers began to listen. Some would come in secret, not for war, for help. And in a quiet corner of the dock, the human father packed his tools. He did not know it yet, but by fixing one broken leg, he had repaired something much larger. The way the galaxy saw humans. Weeks passed. The space station Karth. 9 returned to its normal rhythm. Ships docked. Ships left. But something was different. People talked in low voices now. They talked about a human mechanic. They talked about a small human girl. They talked about a Zirin warrior who chose humans. The story traveled faster than official reports. It moved through traders, through pilots, through broken soldiers, across the galaxy. The alien woman, Vesha, stood on the bridge of her ship. She looked down at her repaired leg. It moved smoothly, strong, faithful, better than it ever was. She remembered the human father's words. "I fix it right." In the Zirin Empire, engineers began to notice something strange. Warriors returned from missions with injuries and did not report them. They disappeared. Rumors spread. They go to human space. Humans repair what the Empire abandons. Zirin Command called it dangerous misinformation, but they could not stop it. Back on Karth 9, the human father worked as always, fixing ships, fixing engines. Nothing heroic, just work. The girl sat nearby, drawing on the floor. A shadow fell across the doorway. The man looked up. An alien stood there. Not Vesha, another warrior. His arm was damaged. His posture was tense. "I was told," the alien said slowly, "that humans fix what others do not." The man set down his tool. "Sit," he said. More aliens came, one by one, quiet, careful, not as enemies, as the broken. The girl smiled and whispered, "Dad, they're coming." The man nodded. "I know." Across the galaxy, a message appeared on Zirin secure channels. "Humans, do not engage without direct order." It was not respect, but it was fear, and fear was the beginning of change. Vesha stood before the Zirin High Council days later. "You taught us strength was perfection," she said. "Humans taught me strength is survival." They did not answer. They could not, because outside the council chambers, more warriors were whispering, not about obedience, about hope. Back on the station, the human father locked up his tools for the night. The girl held his hand. "Dad," she asked, How many people can we fix? He looked at the stars outside the window, at ships moving through the dark. At anyone who comes, he said. The girl smiled. The legend did not start with weapons. It did not start with war. It started with a broken leg and a human who refused to walk away. And in a galaxy full of advanced machines, human hands became the most powerful force of all.